Hello everybody, today we are building an F-16 style aircraft with high thrust to weight ratio. I'm letting you guys know that I did forget to record the wings and engine. I believe I added in a little thing that says that later though. So right now we're designing the fuselage, getting the cockpit. I don't actually think I modeled the cockpit until a little bit later, but I'm getting the general shape. So all the stuff that I use here is either from this build, it's completely custom, though I do think I took the cockpit from a craft designed by Messier82 is his channel. He's a very large flyout YouTuber. So yeah, he's actually quite good, and I watch his videos. I think he's pretty good. A lot of the time when I'm building, I prefer colored cockpits, but I think I'm gonna not do colored cockpits. I think I'll be doing not a colored cockpit, a non-colored cockpit. I don't know what that's called. Just a normal cockpit. I think that's what that's called. Oh, is that? I don't know. I think I ended up making this work. So now we're just making a fully functioning cockpit. The fuselage will switch over in a little bit. So that's definitely true. I think that, yeah, okay, I'm gonna test this real quick. Oh god, no. Okay, sorry, yeah, I forgot to record the wings and engines, so that's kind of hard. But so now we're here. This is not the final design at all, as you can see in the thumbnail. If you guys don't know that, well, welcome back if you're a new viewer or a returning viewer, and hello if you're new. We play a lot of flyout here. This is what my channel is gonna be based on, so I believe. So, we're currently doing pretty well. Now I'm just making the landing gear stows for this version of the plane, which it is not. I believe we're gonna end up with a F-16 style because of this, so if not, then oh my goodness, we're cooked. Right now I'm just customizing the wings, making sure they work well. I did not show you guys the engine because I forgot to hit record, but I just did the engine. So I believe I can just check on it real quick. The final design, because it makes sense I can. Let's see. It is a low bypass turbofan engine, 2-spool low bypass jet engine with an afterburner and a variable nozzle. I will link the YouTuber's craft that I took the cockpit from in this video. Also, this is a very nice design because I can use vertices. This is the reason why I chose flyout, is because you can customize every little thing. That's usually the best part of making content, is that. Okay, now we're making the tail stand. So this is how the tail's gonna, or the vertical stabilizer is going to sit on. That's what it's going to sit on. And I think this is where the F-16-esque part comes in. So right now we're just designing this for fun. So this is a feature on the thing. We have smoke pods and fuel dumps. And in this game, you have to model like your own flaps and things. Like you can use the basic wing piece, which I'm using right now. It does work, but it's kind of hard because it's not very fun. It's more difficult and doesn't work as good. And so, yeah, right now let's go do a flight test. Sorry, Jimmy. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So this should fly pretty well. I'm gonna assume so. That works then. Okay, now I think I should flatten this. As you can see, I'm flattening it. This works really well. Whoa. Okay, I guess I should change that. In retrospect, this was a good idea that I changed it because this came out to be so much better as I designed it. It made a lot more sense because then I have, more, not workarounds, but more area. This plane comes armored with a 20mm machine gun. I believe that's what I have it set to. Yeah. So, let's see here. Actually, I guess I can close fly out now. It's not as cool as I thought it would be. This video is quite short. Sorry. It is quite nice though. If you see my background flash, that's either because the game crashed or I was being dumb and I forgot to edit it out. So sorry, but not sorry. It's actually not that bad. There we go. It's a 20mm with a nice gun on it. So that is what that does. 220 row. Alright. Ooh. Oops. I almost crashed into that mountain. So, let's see. This is where I stick the cockpit. So that's one of my old designs, and it doesn't really work very well because, so I ended up doing something wrong and I messed it up. So that no longer works. But, yeah, let's see. I don't really like this design. It took me a while with this cockpit. This is the plane from the YouTuber. He does very good designs. Props to him, by the way. A lot of my planes, I use some parts from his, like, I think I used a tail fin on my last build. But this one is mostly custom except for the cockpit. Nice. And that comes down. And the guns fire and the engines move. So, I don't think I actually added landing gear bay doors. I think I should have, though. That's just me designing the custom landing gear that I didn't end up using because they kept breaking. I really don't know how to fix that bug, but it kept happening, and so I just stopped. It's kind of the sad thing, though. I can't really do much about it. I tried to make custom landing gear where the wheels would fold up because it's kind of difficult to do that. And I think I actually like the design really well. And I think it would work, but I just don't have enough practice on making custom. So you will see me making way too much time on this right here. I'm actually not too surprised though. This is probably the best part of building. So yeah. Let me do that. Let's see. See, yeah, the landing gear keep breaking. For a second, I thought it was just weird, but nope. And now they won't close. Why? Why is that? Why do these things not want to close? Oh, goodness. Well, that's cool, I guess. Rotation joint. Yeah, like, it even doesn't work without the thing on. So now I'm just making using the default landing gear and customizing them so they work better. I'm actually surprised though. These came out pretty good. Let's see. Yep. This did end up, I think, clipping a little. Well, you really don't see it at all because, well, I made it so you can't see clip. So I did end up trying to make the front landing gear like where the F-16s is, but that didn't work because it kept glitching out and, well, my design just kind of sucked. So yeah. That's that. I definitely see potential in this plane. I'll probably make a second video finishing it. So yeah, I will definitely. I think I just crash it as soon as this thing tries to take off. And this is the flight testing segment, so this is where I flight test and make the final modifications. I'm definitely just gonna add just landing gear, bay doors, and then I'll post it to my my page. So that's what I'll do. Let's see. Okay, so flight test this thing. Let's go. Actually, I should probably. Yeah. This is quite a nice plane. So I'm not gonna hate on it. I do think this thing is quite sluggish at higher speeds. So at like 500 knots, this thing could probably dogfight with like, I don't know, with an actual F-16, but I think I just left some pitch limiters on from my last build and they carried over to this build, so it makes a lot of sense. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.